Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. I've continued to work in my most recent junk journal / art journal, and I'll show you where we are at this point, and then I have something I want to make to go in my journal. Some people don't understand junk journals or why anybody would keep something like this, but the longer I make, the longer I'm involved in this whole art form, junk journaling and art journaling, the more I love it. It's a very compact way to keep track of, or just to keep a record of everything. You can make art, you put ephemera in here, you can write things down, you can put pictures in them. I kind of use mine for everything. I carry it around, I write schedules in it, to-do lists, and I just love the way they turn out by the end. I look back and I see food labels, I see memories where Jason and I have gone out maybe to listen to music or to explore a river we've never been to. I added to the front of this one, I kind of wanted a closure on this, and if some of you saw the video where I happened upon a wonderful sale at a thrift store, it was a bag sale. I got a pair of jeans, not because they would fit me, but because I loved the fabric. It had sort of this Victorian grungy look with the roses, the white roses on the black denim. And then I added one of the journal toppers that I found in here while I was cleaning out. I had this one put up, so I decided to just put it on the front here. And I love the way it's looking. So let's just flip to where we are currently. You've seen this, you've seen these things, I believe. Got this cute little thing here with the entry there. I know you've seen that because I remember talking about the handmade paper and the soap. So going on over, and I'm not sure, I think, yes, I know I showed you this. I've probably glued some butterflies in since then. There's part of a napkin. Here's where I started a list today of things I needed to do. Have I really lost that piece of paper? And I did go out today and grocery shop. Here it is. I found it. It was just under a paper clip, and I had taken it out thinking about what I might do, kind of to dress it up a little bit. You can see where I wrote down items that I wanted to purchase, and also I have page numbers in here from a recipe book of recipes I want to make over the next couple of weeks. It's Jason and I are not always the best at this. We both like to cook. We both do cook. Well, when I say like to cook, neither one of us mind being the one who prepares the meal for the two of us. Of course, I was used to cooking for so many people for so long. I have a hard time thinking small, but Jason and I, you know, we may save our leftovers. We always save our leftovers. We may have leftovers is what I mean. That didn't do very well, that ink. I just want to add some color around here and make it fun. I'm going to keep this this little card with all these ingredients. So I sat down this morning and did some meal planning. I know that always saves me money when I do that, and if I really stick to the meal plan. So this, we're gonna let this sit over to the side and dry. I glued a little circle with a picture on it. You know, ephemera is, it doesn't have to be 100 years old and have some special, like, it doesn't have to be a Gibson Girl postcard from the early 1900s. The world is constantly giving us ephemera. And someday, people, I believe, will look back and see this stuff and think, oh my goodness, look at the labels they had. So sometimes I like to dress up a piece of modern day ephemera, whether it's like this, a grocery list, or, you know, just whatever. Let me grab a paper clip if I can find one. I made a recipe today called kielbasa stew, and it is currently simmering. Jason and I are going to eat in about 30 minutes. Okay, let's just put this on this page. I was going to let this dry, but you know, it's not that wet. It's really not. It's going to dry pretty quickly. And then there's the postcard that I had found in that book. I wrote something on the back of that. This is from a stencil that's probably still floating around on the desk. I like to, you know, use the stencil and put the ink through the stencil on one side, and then of course you have ink all over it. Flip it over the other way and get sort of the reverse image or whatever. And then we have a library card catalog card here that I turned into a pocket. So here is my list from this morning, things to do. So I sort of categorized things. Let's see, I can probably open this up. Categorized things, large goals, and you know, I broke it down into budget, cleaning the house, getting my clothes done, all of my shopping done, and working in the workshop and the garden. So then I broke that down into smaller segments. And I thought it would be fun to look back at that over the next few days as I, you know, check these things off the list. This is just a really pretty stamp, and I'll use the back of that to write things on. Got a little like a chipboard button here, and that's a label from some fabric that I had in just a bunch of scraps that I bought. Recently bought some paper at Joann's that I love, the little teacups here. So pretty. So I cut down a couple of pieces to be able to fit right on the page. Here's a little scrap of fabric. We have the most beautiful cotton gauze fabric that's made for apparel, so you know, sewing blouses and things like that. And I glued in a page from that book that had the beautiful handwriting, and then this old book page from a children's book. So that's as far, and you can see where I've started writing down meals that we're going to have. So that's as far as I have gotten with just, you know, playing and embellishing and all of that. But one thing I did want to do is make like a little sample card showing this material that I purchased for dining room curtains. I don't know if I talked about, well, I know I talked about our cat Vladimir, who has, he's a handful. And a lot of people really were able to share their experiences and help me not feel so bad about Vladimir. He has a tendency to spray or to go outside of the litter box, and that's a very distinctive odor that's hard to get rid of. So we took him to the vet last week, and he had a little therapy session with the veterinarian. And Vlad is now on some medication to hopefully calm his little self down, or his big self down. And he's acting very sedated in a way on this medication. He's been more calm. He has. I don't know if we're telling a huge difference yet. Maybe we are. But the thing is, Vlad destroyed a set of custom draperies. And, you know, maybe they can be cleaned. I don't know. But this is the fabric that I bought for new dining room curtains. So I made the whole set. Let's see, 2, 4, 6. So 3 pairs, and these are large windows. So how many yards of fabric did I end up buying? 8, 16, 24. I know I cut 108 inches for each panel, and I had 6 panels. I don't remember how much I bought, but I want to make like a little fabric sample card that I can just remember this fabric. And I thought it would be fun to make something that looks like it came from a factory, you know, like somewhere where you would go buy fabric and they would give you a sample. So I'm just going to cut a piece of heavy paper out. This is not going to be perfect. You know, I was just going to slice, but if you want a way to make the corners exactly right, you can just pick up that little piece that you cut off and flip it over and lay it down on the opposite corner, and when you cut, you get pretty much the same size. I want this to look a little bit old, or maybe kind of old, very old. So let me get some the vintage photo, and let's see how this, if that's gonna spread around a little bit. Yeah, that looks good. So let's go ahead and grunge this up. I'm gonna just drag this around the edges and then kind of drag it all over the card with a wet paintbrush. And let's just put one square on there. Maybe we will write some official looking stuff inside of that. If you heard that, that was something falling off the desk. Oh, okay, it was one of my pins from the Dollar Tree. On this side, I'm not going to do much more distressing right now because I want to glue this piece of fabric down. And I think I pretty much cut it to fit this whole entire tag. Get a lot of glue on there. So let's put that right there. I'll come back around and put glue anywhere that we need it. And then turning it over to this side, I probably need to dry it a tiny bit. We'll probably distress this up a little bit too, but for right now, I think it's dry enough for me to write on here. And I've written down the name of the fabric is Tan Flowers. So maybe we will use this little block from the stamp pad to write that in big block letters. We're going to end up going outside of the block, but that's okay. Just get this on here the best we can. It's currently raining and we did need it. We've had some rain lately, so hopefully the water tables are getting closer to where they need to be. Hopefully it'll cool things off. It's been so hot here. I know many of you can relate to that. But it's nice to see the vegetable garden getting some rain. So it's called Tan Flowers. It was 100% cotton. And let's say made in Pakistan, because that's where it was made. And up here we'll just say from Joann Fabrics. And let's get a different pen so it makes it look like somebody bought this and then wrote their little note about it. I know I have some fine point pens over here somewhere. Hello. Let's do, maybe we'll just go with, no, that's not dark enough. Let's get this darker blue. Used this fabric to make dining room curtains. And then what month was that? I think I finished it up in June. So let's say June 2024. We'll go ahead and come back over here and distress up here a little bit. And there's that. I love that. So what we can do somewhere, let's grab this hole punch. I know that paper's wet, but hopefully that'll go right through. Let's see if we have some fun grommets. Let's put a white one in here. Oops, hello. And let's see if we can, hello. Oh, it was closed. I thought it's never been that hard to use. So there we go. We've got a little grommet in here, and we could do some other things to make it look, you know, like an old something. We could put some stamps on here. I don't think we want one that says España. We could. I bet I don't have anything that says Pakistan. And if I do, I wouldn't begin to know where to look for it. Let's just use this thing with the birds because it's got similar colors. I wonder, oh wait, you know what? I know that I have a fun stamp. This is a vintage stamp. And it's so old. We've got bank, gas, electric, telephone, Mrs., Mr., Federals, Sears, J.L. Hudson, Insurance House, Auto. I think this is when people are late with something. What does this say? Have you forgotten this account? Please send it now. Thank you. Let's do that one. And let's find some ink that's a different color from everything else. Maybe this blue archival ink from Ranger. Is that gonna be, oh yeah, this is gonna be perfect. Like maybe we've had the sample too long and they want it back. Oh, I should have stamped that on something else. That makes no sense that we would. Oh, you know what? Here it is. That could be a tag they mailed to somebody else. And then we got the fabric and now, I don't know. It makes no sense. Let's just say it makes no sense, but it makes every bit of sense since it's coming out of Paper Town. And on that note, we will put this in the current journal. And I think I will probably just put a big paper clip on it until I make a pocket or something for it. My alarm just went off, which means it's time for me to go inside and stir the kielbasa stew, and it's time for us to eat. So I will see everybody really soon. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.